Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I woke up this morning feeling quite stiff, quite tight. Um, Also a little bit more on the tired side. So I said to myself, give yourself a beautiful stretch to start the day. So I'm sharing it with you guys as well. Perhaps this is exactly what you need too. So let's get started. All you need is either a strap, a small towel, or a resistance band is totally suitable. I'm just gonna get my strap out. I do not prepare myself and there we are. Okay, so we're gonna start in a seated position. So as always, if propping yourself up on blocks or a pillow or anything feels better for you and your hips, please feel free to take that option. And then from there, we're gonna just sit tall, all of the things, turn all of the things being prepared. Okay, we're just gonna sit for a moment, take your hands onto your knees or into your lap, whatever feels good for you. And just take a couple of grounding breaths there. Close your eyes. Just notice taking that scan of the body, how the breath feels today, how the body feels today, how the mind and the soul feels today, all of the things. And sometimes just breathing and really connecting to that breath. It is an automatic system for our bodies, so we take advantage of that, but also noticing it is often something we all need to do. And it can really help calm that nervous system. That's what's needed. Okay, take a big breath in. You can open your eyes if you'd like, or continue to keep them closed. Shrug at your shoulders up, create that tension, your shoulders towards ears, and then exhale, press them down and back. Lengthening through the back of the neck and along the sides. 2 more times. Breath in, shrug those shoulders. Exhale down and back. 1 more time, big breath in. And exhale down. Good. Dropping that right ear over towards the right shoulder, and then you're just gonna roll the chin towards chest over to the left side. So we're just taking the left ear left ear to left shoulder, rolling down over to the right side. And go slow, but keep those shoulders pulled down and away. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay, so I think I must have slept odd last night. Who knows? But the back of my neck, very tight. Okay, keep going from side to side 1 more time to the left or to whichever side, and then 1 more time to the right. Coming back up into that neutral seated position. Take your gaze now over to the right, back through center and over to the left. Noticing if anything's going on there. Again, you can close your eyes if that feels good, just to stay connected. Do 1 more time to each side. Go slow and go your full range. Nice job. And then coming back in through center. Okay, anchor those hands to the knees if they're not already there. We're gonna do some nice big Sufi rolls here. So think of your belly button as your little pencil point, and we're trying to work through low back, maybe a little bit into those hips as well. Keep continuing to connect to that breath, change your direction, go the other way. So yesterday for me was core and glute specific. So feeling that area in through the center of the body for sure. Some stiffness and some tightness with some new moves. Okay, left hand down, right arm reaches over. We also did a lot of oblique work, so side body. So this is also very needed. Taking that top arm up and over. Taking your time from right to left. And the next time you're over to your right, just hang out there for a moment. Keep the left arm reaching up and over. And you're gonna think of rotating your chest to come up towards sky. And then as you exhale, rotate it to come down. So you can keep that left arm reaching. Do that again 2 more times. Breath in here. Exhale, round. 1 more time, big breath in. Nice job, exhale, round. Taking it back up in through center, switch it to the other side. Left hand down, Right arm reaches up and over, lifting that chest on your breath in and exhaling to round. Again, 2 more times. Breath in, open. Exhale, round. Last one, inhale. And exhale, round. Nice job. Okay. Oh, that feels so good. We're going to come into a nice straddle shape with those legs. So taking those heels out nice and wide. Feeling all the feels through those hips today. Okay. So notice how that feels, number 1. Number 2, flex those toes. Number 3, sit nice and tall. Take a big breath in, reach those arms up, rotate the upper body towards that left leg, and then hinge forward for that left leg. Drop the arms down to what feels good for you. So maybe it's tenting the fingertips, framing that leg. Maybe it's hands towards shin. Maybe it's reaching for that foot. Maybe you're using your strap or towel. So feeling what feels good for you. I want you to think of pulling the shoulders down and lengthening through the spine. So we want to be in this rounded position to come forward, sit tall, think of chest leading that hinge from the hip. Just feeling all those feels for 3, for 2, for 1. Let me back up through center. Take another big breath in, reach the arms up, other side, rotate upper body, hinge from the hip, taking those fingertips down, arms down, whatever feels good for you. Noticing a difference from side to side, perhaps, maybe not. I get to also feel this one through the side of the low back. Oh my goodness. All of those feels from the oblique work yesterday. Not complaining. Haven't done that in a while. Always interesting to see how the body responds to those new series, new movement patterns. 1 more breath as you work. Good. And back through center. Keeping those toes flexed 1 more time. Big breath in. We're coming in through center. So hinging forward, taking those hands down or fingertips perhaps. Again, we're not in this rounded position to get forward. We want to think of lengthening through the back body and then taking it into that hinge. Does not have to be far to feel that stretch. Making sure those toes are still nice and flexed here, pulling the feet up. Breathing there. For 3. For 2, for 1. Okay, coming back through center, slide your right leg in. So just to a single leg side straddle. Take your right hand in behind. We're just gonna do 3 flows here by sweeping that left arm up, pressing into those hips, and then exhale down. 2 more times. Big breath in, sweep it up. Exhale to release. Last one, coming up onto that right knee, right hand, pressing into those hips. Hold this last one here. Breathing there for 3. Ooh, squeeze the glutes, press through the hips for 2. And release it down. Switching to the other side. The right leg extends out or opposite side. Left leg pulls in, left hand reaches behind. Sweep the right arm up. Coming up onto the left knee, pressing in through those hips, reaching up. Exhale, lower. Reaching up. Exhale. Last one to hold. Big breath in. Press into those hips, tuck the tail, squeeze and reach for 3. For 2. And release down. Coming into tabletop. Release. Okay, so hands and knees. Need to give any little adjustments. Always with the leggings, always. Okay, coming into your tabletop, spread the fingers nice and wide here. Tuck the toes, untuck the toes. Remember, that's always an option that's best suited for those ankles for you. Take a nice big breath in here. Inhale to lift. Close your eyes, exhale to round. Really tucking through that tail, popping up those shoulders, drawing the core in nice and tight, chin towards chest. Go slow here. Really connect to the body. Pelvis low back, full spine. Exhale to round. You're gonna do 1 more on your own, wherever you are. Oh man, oh man, oh man, does that ever feel good? Oh, I think I say it every single time we do cat and cows together. It's always my favorite. Okay, we're gonna come into thread the needle next. So left hand's gonna slide in to the center of the face. For this one, I untuck my toes, but you can choose if it feels better for you to leave them tucked. Take a big breath in, reach that right arm up. So you're thinking chest, shoulder, hips stay square. Exhale, reach that right arm underneath. Tap the right shoulder down and then press right back up. Big inhale. Trying to think of stacking those arms if you can. Exhale, reach under, tapping the right shoulder. Reaching those right fingertips. One more, big breath in, sweep it up. Exhale, come on down now to that right shoulder, resting the right temple down to the mat, taking the left arm either up and forward, tenting those fingertips, or you can take it left hand towards low back or over to the right side hip pocket. Oh, so good. Breathing here for 3, for 2, and for 1. Taking the left hand back in front of the face, press and reach that right arm one more time. And then switch to the other side. Right hand down, left arm up and open on the inhale. This side is tight. Left arm comes down, tap that left shoulder. Do that 2 more times. Inhale at your own pace here. Exhale to come on through. 1 more time. Inhale. Oh man. Exhale. Left shoulder down, left temple down. Right arm can reach forward. Or you can take that right hand up and around to the hip crease, to the low back, wherever feels good for you. Let that right shoulder fall if you are taking the same option as me. Breathing here for 3. Reach those left fingers as far as you can. For 2. And for 1. Right hand comes back in front of the face. Press and lift 1 more time with that left arm. Nice job. Let's just come into a nice child's pose here. So you can take your knees nice and wide. Toes to touch if that feels good, and then walk those hands far forward. Let those armpits kind of sink towards your mat, resting the forehead down as well, breathing into the hips and the low back. Take 1 more cycle as you are. Nice job. Making your way up. Going to make our way onto our back. Okay. Getting into hips, hamstrings, low back, and glutes. Okay, so have your strap handy and with you, by your side. Sorry, my brain froze there for a second. So that you don't have to sit back up to get it. So just make sure that it's handy as you lay down. Okay, so come on down onto the back. Hug those knees into the chest. Maybe giving that little rock from side to side, a little low back massage there. And then from there, we'll extend that left leg out nice and long, hugging that right knee in to start. Okay, so hands are towards shin. You can close your eyes here. Just drawing some nice big ankle rotations to start. And then change your direction, go the other way. Good. And then from there, we'll take the left hand to the outside of the right knee, right arm to a nice big T, hug your right knee in, and then twisting over to the left side. So thinking of hugging that knee in as much as you can, just enjoying that stretch for the glute, low back on that right side. Breathe there. Let's take 1 more full cycle of breath. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale that knee back in through center. Bend your left leg for now. Plant that left foot. Grab your prop that you're going to use to help with your stretch. Okay, so taking whatever you have there, towel, band, or strap. I have Zoe hair, great. In the mouth. Taking it towards the sole of the right foot, pressing that right heel up. Okay, so flexing through the right foot, please. Option here, you can also extend that left leg out. We will all make our way there eventually, but if it feels quite tight for that right hamstring, keep the left leg bent. That's just going to help with that stretch. See if you can add any more tension into that right side. Maybe not, that's fine. And what we're going to do here is just a little flossing technique where we come over to the left a couple of inches and over to the right a couple of inches. So it's just a small little shift in through the hip socket, just getting kind of into the hamstring a little bit more, also maybe into that low back a little bit as well. Maintain that flexed foot position, have a nice soft bend through that knee. Keep going with that flossing from right to left. Okay, from there, we're going to come back into center, static for a moment. Take your strap into your right hand or your prop into your right hand. Extend the left leg out. Take that left hand out towards the left hip bone. And then open that leg out to the right. Make sure you're flexing in those toes. Does not have to be far. Okay, make sure your left hip isn't rolling off of the floor, then you've gone too far. We want that left hip maintaining contact with the floor as you come into this side stretch. Take one more inhale here. And then crossing that leg over, passing it to your left hand, taking your right arm out to a T, and then letting the right leg come over to your left side. You can look over to your right. You can keep your gaze neutral, meaning eyes closed or looking up towards your ceiling. Keep breathing into that hip and glute here for 3. Keep flexing those toes. Maybe you can pull the leg in closer for 2. And for 1. Okay, coming back in through center. Wow. We're going to release that prop off to the side. Cross your right ankle over that left knee and just give a little push to that right knee to open. Flex through the right toes. We're just going to give a little rock from right to left. Us noticing how that feels for the hips, for the low back, and then make your way through center. Pick your left foot off of the floor, coming into your figure 4 stretch. Okay, so we want to try to get that right shin parallel to the short edge of our mat, so that right knee is driving away as the left knee is driving in. And man, oh man, you should feel that through that right hip and glute for sure. Close your eyes, relax your face, breathe. Take one more breath in. And slowly release that down. Unhook that right leg. Oh, that was so needed. Let's pair that and match it for the other side. Left knee draws in, right leg extends out. Now we just start with those nice rotations for that left ankle here. Pointing, flexing through your rotations, change the direction. Okay, from here, take the right hand to the outside of the left knee, left arm to a T, guide that left knee in and over to your right side. Breathing into that low back, hip, glute area. Noticing how that's feeling for that side. Oh my goodness. So needed, so needed. Take one more breath as you are. And then we'll come back in through center and again, grabbing that prop for the left side. So we're gonna do that same series through, starting with our hamstring stretch. Remember, you can bend through that right leg, plant the right foot to help with that hamstring stretch to start. Okay, and flex through those toes, press that heel. Stay static just for now. Just make that connection of how tight your hamstring is. Maybe it's coming up into the low back. Maybe you feel great here. Regardless, stay static, flex those toes, take one more big breath in and out. And we'll start that little flossing, a couple inches over left and right. It's kind of like you're just rocking that leg in the hip socket. Okay. Just from right to left. Good. For 3, for 2, and for 1, taking that prop now into the left hand. Okay, take your right hand to your right hip bone, extend that right leg out if it wasn't already, and then open that left leg out towards the left. Notice I have a bend through my leg. My hamstrings are quite tight. That's just gonna help me get a little bit of a range, but also allow me to not feel that really, really intense stretch or tension through the back of my hamstring. So if I press into my heel, my leg position is going to change quite a bit. So I'm going to add that soft bend just to protect that hamstring a little bit here. Breathing for 3, for 2, and for 1. Pulling that leg back through. Wow. Switching hands. Left arm comes to that big wide T. Right hand takes your prop, and the left leg comes over to the right. Remember, flex through the feet, micro bend through the knee. Breathing in through the left side, low back and hip. Relaxing the face. We'll take one more breath in here. And then pulling that leg back in through center. Bend through your right leg, plant your right foot. Take your prop off to the side. Left foot crosses over the right knee. Okay, so into that position, give a little nudge to that left knee, and then take those legs into a rock from side to side. Ooh. Side's way tighter. And then we'll come back into the center, lift off the right foot, coming into your figure 4 for this side. Man, oh man. Okay, so left knee is driving away from you, right knee is driving into you, and we breathe into that hip, glute, low back for 3, for 2, and for 1. Releasing that down, let's uncross the left foot, take those feet nice and wide, and just let those knees fall in towards one another. So internal from the hips, the feet are wide, and we're just gonna see how that feels for the hips, for the low back. Just breathe here for a moment. Maybe this feels really good for you. Maybe it's just releasing something. We don't do a lot of internal movement, but it's always a great check-in, especially with things like 90-90. Good, and then we'll take those heel toe your feet in now towards one another, and we'll do the opposite. So letting those knees splay open, soles of the feet together, and just noticing how that feels through the hips. Just pause there. And then we'll take those knees back towards one another. Lift the feet off the floor, take the hands in behind those legs. Give yourself a couple of rocks forward and back along that spine. Making your way up to a seated position, extending those legs straight out in front, flexing through those feet. Oh, that felt so good. Breath in, sweep the arms up. We'll finish with a lovely forward fold together. Exhale, reaching for what feels good for you. In our other stretches, I said don't round your spine. If it feels good for you to round through the back body, feel free. If that means grabbing for the toes, ankles, shins, using your prop here once again, breathing into the backs of the legs, the low back, the upper back for 3. Let your chin fall if that feels okay as well. For 2, I guess it would be your whole head falling, not just your chin. And for 1, amazing job, everybody. Oh, that was so, so needed. Zoe knows when I say amazing job. She's looking at me right now. She's like, that means we're done, right, Mom? Beautiful 22 minutes of just giving yourself some love, some care, opening up some things, I'm sure. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're feeling better. Hope, well, maybe it's not for you. Maybe that stretch was more for me. But definitely loosening up the body, ready to start the day now. Have an amazing one. Hope to see you soon. Bye, everyone.